I wrote this book, In Defense of Nature, because I was frustrated with the back and forth between the left and the right, between liberals and conservatives. And here I'm classing Catholics in with the conservatives and the right. It's a caricature of sorts, but there's something to it. The strange thing is, on the left, you have the concern for the environment, the understanding that nature is a wonderful, beautiful order that's got its own integrity and it shouldn't be violated, and that there's something immoral about trashing the planet, the water, the air, the land. So there's a very strong understanding that nature is something that shouldn't be violated. The very odd thing is that the left doesn't seem to think that human nature is part of nature. That is, you can do anything you want to it. You can run roughshod over the limits of human nature, as if there's not a sexual order or a familial order to nature. So you have that on the one side in the debate. On the other side, you have the right, which reacts against that, and they seem to reject any care of the environment and instead argue that human nature itself needs protected because it's got its own moral integrity because of its own order that shouldn't be violated. Now, that's really odd, because then you see them reject, on the right, any notion of care for the environment. Well, those are just wackos over there. Care for the environment, tree huggers, we don't want any part of that. That's a problem, first of all, because it's incoherent. Both sides should see, the left and the right, that they're arguing the same case. They're arguing that nature is intrinsically ordered, and to violate that order is immoral, it's destructive. Well, isn't the same thing true about the environment as is then true about human nature? Human nature is part of nature. Shouldn't we protect the integrity of both? Shouldn't we affirm any attempts to keep that integrity intact against human violations of one kind or another? So that we should be just as concerned about the industrial waste being poured into our streams or our air as we are about, say, the pornographic horror pouring into our culture from the internet. Both are forms of pollution. Both can destroy nature, deform nature. So somehow in all this, my hope was getting the left and the right together, getting us to see the big picture, and that's what I mean by the Catholic unity. It's Catholic with a small c, meaning universal, that let's look at all of nature and embrace a kind of natural and moral ecology so we can heal this division within our culture.